and had a somewhat eventful evening. So you've been told to try and find some information about the Earl of the Manor, as you think you may have information or even the object itself that you're looking for on the next one to help complete the tablet, which you started obviously after getting the first one from Billy Bones. You had a week or so knocking around the village, been doing various different things, kind of milling about. We will pick back up, say roughly a week or so later towards the evening. Um, Lawrence, are you in mid set at the tavern? Because I know that's what you were doing. Spence?
Correct. Can you hear me?
Ah, I can now, yep.
Yeah, I would be left playing.
Right, okay, that's fine. It's just so I can get some music going. So yeah, that's it. So Lawrence is doing his usual slot in the evening in the tavern at the moment, been keeping his ear open for rumours and local folklore and things like that. Looking around. Oh yeah, you whoever's in here be in here and what from there. So it's free play at the moment, so there's no sort of turn order or anything. Oh no, you said tunage, not turnage. That's fine. I misread it because I don't have my glasses on. I'll be quiet.
And also put your glasses on.
Yes,
Old
I'm gonna.
fuck.
I know, man. I know. God.
I'm going to sort of be doing, I don't know if any of you have seen it, but you know like how Dandelion does it in the Witcher series where he's just
Yes.
Yeah, just walking around.
Playing, I'm hopping on the bar and hopping off and
Skipping about.
Just
All nimbly
barging in
bimbly.
and grabbing a drink.
I'm sat in an armchair in front of the fireplace with me, just enjoying watching Lawrence bounce around from chair to table and wondering if he's gonna fall.
That's absolutely fine. If I can start the festivities of the evening, the first dice roll is going to be a Constitution saving throw from Syndra, please. Disadvantage of being here a week.
Makes sense.
Oh,
You are barely conscious.
Ultra hangover then.
So going through, so we've got Lawrence walking around. I'm seeing Tiriana, sorry, floating around. I always get your characters the wrong way around.
Who the hell's Arisia? I don't know her.
Yes, so you're just floating around. Ash, I know you've just come in. Calypso, you're in there. Verlin, are you still your tokens are outside. Are you floating outside or are you off doing something else?
Yeah, I'm not far away, but I'm not in the tavern yet.
Yeah, that's fair enough then. Yeah, alright, so on you go.
Ah, Calypso, my old friend. Enjoying the music?
Yeah, how can you not?
I know, look at that little idiot
Cool.
bouncing around.
Yeah.
Definitely puts a smile on your face. It's a weird town we're in, isn't it? I don't know what these villagers are. I mean, they're not horrible, but they barely talk about anything, and they won't talk about this Earl.
Yeah, definitely. They seem friendly enough, but they're just not making with the information.
Don't know what it is, but they don't trust outsiders. I tell you what I have heard, though. Some people have gone missing. I think, but no one will really talk about it, but I've overheard a few people, and
Where
there's
did
some...
where did you acquire this information?
I've been wandering around town. I've been trying to make some friends, but like I said, they won't talk to me. I've just been trying to overhear conversations.
So just to cut in very briefly, there's a couple of things that you would have all sort of heard rumours about as it's going around. Firstly, there's been sightings of like a bit of an odd, the same person, but no one's quite too sure, like popping out of bushes and things like that at like weird times. Yeah, no one's really paid much attention. But yeah, so you'll have all have heard things like sort of stuff around that as well. But yeah, sorry, carry on. So you two were just talking. Sorry, I rudely interrupted and cut in.
I've
The
not
voice
managed.
of God.
Yeah, from the clouds. Yeah. So I've been keeping my ear out, but these locals are just not letting anything slip. But disappearances, you say? Now that is intriguing.
Is that Ash and Syndra at bar? Are you guys joining us?
I was about to say I'm grabbing a beer and walking over. I'm just gonna pull him along with me.
Oh, he's not looking
Syndra,
right.
come on.
good.
Just to clarify, I'm not on a chair there. I'm just slumped over on the floor. You just dragged me over for
Yep,
a minute.
I just dropped him there.
Yeah,
I'm
as
sorry, go on.
I was sorry to say, as you kind of drop Syndra down, you all kind of hear mutterings among the townsfolk. Now, for the most part, these are very happy-go-lucky people that might keep themselves to themselves, but they are very, very, forgiving. They'll have a drink with anybody if you're in the tavern and stuff like that. At this point, even they are starting to get a little sick of the drunken tiefling. You've made quite the reputation for yourself at this point, Syndra. You are known throughout the village.
Damn.
So at this point, I'm sort of going to go into the middle of the room. Thank everyone for listening, and just inform everybody that I'll be taking a short interlude, and then I'll be grabbing a drink from the bar.
So as you get to the bar, you raise a hand up to get the barkeep's attention, and he walks over with a tray. On this tray, there are about 15 drinks of varying different sizes, colours, strengths, and everything else. And he just plonks it down. He goes, "Here, these were bought for you while you were performing." And he just drops this tray down in front of you.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I'll turn around again and just thank everyone that's bought me a drink. And do a little rabbit bow and sort of
Well,
stagger over with 15 drinks on a tray.
while that's all going on, I'm gonna bring up the fact of this is supposed to be a hunting town, right?
Poach.
But the woods around it seem to have an awful lot of wildlife. As in, too much. Do you guys have any idea what that could possibly be? Or
Honestly, this town keeps getting stranger and stranger.
At this point, I'm going to sit down and be like, "Alright, guys, what's everyone talking about?" And I'm going to donk the tray down, and the whole table's just going to sort of shake with the amount of drinks in there.
As the tray
Damn, that's
donks
a lot.
down at the table, I suddenly emerge from this cabinet that's behind everybody.
God damn it.
Like, so we're all coming together to discuss what we've discovered. Like, borderline paranoia in my appearance, just like got really into the being a sneaky person aspect of discovering shit.
I'm leaning over the table and just looking at Lawrence and going, "Is one of these for me?" And grabbing one without waiting for a response.
Yeah. Feel free to drink up. If I drink all these, I'll be probably worse off than that one, and I'm going to sort of just gesture.
No.
Yeah. Shit.
I'll grab one also, and then also bring up the fact that there's been a couple nights while out in the woods that I noticed almost like a campfire or like a strange glow coming from a certain area, and kind of give you that area location kind of thing.
Did you go and check it out though?
I haven't been able to yet.
But why? Then should we go?
We can.
We can.
We can if you want to.
Which direction?
The one he just told us about.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a second because I have to be outside because I was flying.
Has anyone
Okay.
else heard anything else?
I've heard rumours, little bits about maybe some missing people. I think this Earl's got something to do with it, but I don't know. No one
You
will really
think
talk to me.
Do you think it could be the guards that are supposed to be normally around a manor? Because that manor has absolutely no visible guys whatsoever.
I've obviously been in the
Maybe.
town a lot before. I've performed most nights. I've heard a lot of, in the nicest way possible, because these are all really nice people, and they all appreciate my music, which I appreciate. But they are absolute fucking weirdos. I've heard so many weird little stories. So, I've heard that the village was founded by a mystical being from the world of Ocelot. There's child sacrifices, wood nymphs. The store owner is actually 2 kobolds in a long tunic. The beer in the tavern is actually an ancient elixir they mine under the tavern. And yeah, I've actually heard sort of similar to you, Ash. Like,
Did you hear that while in the tavern?
Yeah, obviously. I've been here.
Are you sure they just weren't drunk? Like this one.
I'm just saying what I've heard. At this moment in time, I wouldn't believe any of it. But it just seems to be. I've played in a lot of taverns. It's a bit odd that there is this many wild, weird stories about this pokey little town.
Well, how do you think that ties into the fact that everyone seems to poop between sun up and sun down?
While this conversation's going on, I have managed to drag my way.
What
through
kind of
this one,
investigation have you been doing?
All of it.
The fecal kind.
Yeah, I have managed to drag myself up into a chair at this point. It's like, oh, everybody's here. What's that?
No, but everyone also seems to live on a diet consisting primarily of meats and fruits.
We think that these meats might be these.
Yes, they do. Well done, Verlin.
Also, only 30% of the
disappeared
population
people?
wears what I would consider nice shoes. And there's no children.
I'm gonna sort of just like put one hand on the
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Anywhere.
You've gone
Finally, he's
Why-
got something.
You've gone quite into your investigations, haven't you?
Sneaky, sneaky.
I don't know. That last one was interesting. Do you know what? I've not seen any children.
There is none.
I didn't see any either.
Well, maybe the drunkard tale of child sacrifice is true then.
Maybe.
Mm.
It could be.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
Just before
I mean,
start,
kids are
has
involved. We
anybody-
need to figure it out.
Has anybody else noticed anybody staring at them recently?
I mean, they're staring at you because you've. I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been in the tavern
You're pretty
probably
sloshed.
just as much as you have.
No,
And
this
you
is
have the-
this is a different kind of stare, and this is less of a curious one, and possibly a bit
Listen.
more malicious.
Listen, I've seen
Who?
the things you've done over the past week.
Ooh. Who? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the real question. Who?
Who's this
What?
person? And I pull out one of my daggers
Listen,
whilst he says this.
There's 14 people sat at this table, so
There is not 14 people, but okay.
It's just that drunk is seeing double.
It's more like triple.
But yeah, it's like that. Do you know that feeling you get on the back of your neck when someone's out to try to eat you, but you don't know
Yeah, I
what it
get
is?
that.
It's that kind of feeling.
It's a daily feeling with having Calypso right next to me most days.
I start scanning the room. Can I do a perception?
Absolutely, you can.
Shouldn't be so delicious.
What are you?
I'm ahead and start doing the same
I'm
thing.
scanning for anyone looking at Syndra.
Alright.
I'm gonna do the
That's,
same.
he's feeling it.
Yes, I don't see shit.
I'm just going to
So-
start slowly slinking down the table and disappearing underneath it.
Oh God, here we go.
All right. So,
No.
Ash, as you're looking round, yeah, there's actually quite a few people like eyeing Cinder up a bit. It's a bit weird. Tiriana, you look around, you notice this as well. But what you pick up on is they're not looking with any sort of fear or curiosity. They're just looking with a bit of like, fucking, she's off again. It's like just a little bit, just a little bit bored, kind of like, it's that one
shit.
again.
Here we go.
They're all
again.
having they're all, yeah, everyone's having a little bit of a laugh. No one is no one is out to get her in any way, shape, or form. Everyone just kind of knows who she is because she's been in the tavern drunk and loud for most of the week.
The
But yeah,
question is, have I been naked at any point?
Oh, I'm sure you have.
and
So
they
I
all-
just,
Will not
I just look
surprise
over at Sindra and I go, maybe switch to water tonight.
No, for once, that sounds like a good idea.
Like I said, I've been in the tavern just as much as you, and I've seen you do things that I thought weren't possible. I don't want to go into detail because I still have nightmares from the thing you did 3 nights ago.
You have
remember
nightmares?
briefly.
as Lauren says that, like the tavern's, it's busy, but you can kind of overhear bits and pieces of conversation. As Lawrence mentions the thing that happened 3 nights ago, about 50 voices in unison go, whoa.
Oh boy,
You look around. What? What's that for?
that bad, huh?
Everyone just kind of goes back to the drinks and their own conversations after that.
Oh, fine, I'll surprise you all and have a cup of water this time.
Probably safer to drink beer.
No, I was gonna say.
Listen, there's still a chance I might fall asleep, so.
So
Anyone got any idea of where we should start? The glow? The
Yeah, so at
earl?
this point,
The
I'm
missing
gonna put
people?
I'm going to put both hands on the table and sort of just lean in and go, right, so there may be child sacrifices going on, being that none of you have seen kids. I've heard weird little rumours, but that's about it. I think the only thing we've got is these glowing lights. If Ash, if you've said you've seen them, that's the most concrete thing that I think
Yeah.
all of us have actually come up with. Apart from Verlin's, obviously 30% of people wearing nice shoes. Was it 30% of people wearing nice shoes?
I don't. I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna
where he
pop back
was.
up from
I
the
just
table. It's
don't
only
see
30%, yes. Pop back under, and then I'm gonna reach back up, take a drink, and pop back down again.
Is he always like this?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I
don't
ask.
know much of anything right now. could do with
Verlin,
some
as you're kind of crouched under the table, the tablecloths around you, and you've kind of got one ear pressed to the underside of the table, just trying to listen to the conversation that you're actually a part of, but you're that into it at the minute. As you're doing this, a tankard is just slid under the tablecloth.
Where
Oh,
from? Which side?
it would sort of appear slightly behind you to your left.
From like back here.
Yeah, so if you're kind of in the, sort of
I would say
that
maybe
side.
there.
Can I see a trace of anyone that might have slid it? Is there a foot?
No, you don't. You don't see anything at all there. You kind of hear the scraping on the wood, and you initially think it's just chairs moving or whatever. You turn around to have a look, and the tankard's just there. The tablecloth, like there's a little bit, like almost like it's settling from a breeze or something like that. But no, you don't see any. There's no indication as to where it's come from or who it might have been. But you've just got a tankard full of.
Trivia.
You've got a full tankard.
I'm not gonna drink it. That seems sus.
I know a certain tiefling that would have drank that, no problem, a couple of hours ago.
I might just pass it to Sindra.
Do me a sleight of hand check.
But yeah, the lights that I found were like north of the village.
Okay. North of the village.
Yeah.
I'd probably say that'd be our best bet then, unless anybody else has some sort of concrete evidence of some weirdness happening.
I mean, other than weirdo paranoid McGee down there.
Which
I mean,
one?
let's just ignore him for the time being.
Not paranoid, only sneaky.
And I'm only slightly down, so. I'm like that, like my upper back's on the chair, and I'm just sort of feet on the floor. Just,
With that sleight of hand roll as well, though, not only are you able to kind of place this tankard of full tankard on the table, you've not just placed it on the table, you've actually managed to swap it in Syndra's hands, like the oldie tale of Indiana Jones, the bag of sand. She's just not noticed.
my cup of water is
And I say that's never really a good metaphor for that because that means that the boulder is coming.
My
Please,
cup of water
no.
has turned into a cup of mystery substance. So, not noticing this, I am going to take a big old swig.
That's
Oh
absolutely
god, here
fine.
we go.
And yeah, that's it. So
I
as
thought it was
the
water, I don't know what it is.
sort of the evening starts wearing on, Lawrence, you do a few more sets kind of around the bar. You sort of start playing it up a little bit. You start showing off. Everyone loves the new bard. The rest of you are just kind of trading stories and stuff. The tavern sort of starts to empty a little bit as the evening draws on. By this point, it would be probably 11:30ish, around that time. The tavern is mostly empty at this point, aside from yourselves and the bartender. Lawrence has got a flute just suspended, just going round playing music at this point. There's no one else in there, but you never know who might wander in and drop a tip out of nowhere. And yeah, so you kind of exchange, you know where you're all at, and you're planning for the next move, so you can camp. Just as a quick note as well, I know a few of you released your horses. Those of you that decided to keep them, all your horses are fine. All being kept at the camp. Ash has looked after them wonderfully. You've all got a horse if you kept it last time round. But yeah, it's kind of getting towards the.
Also, this time people get to keep the horse to the.
I mean, it's been kept.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
I was taking care of him.
I've just remembered who I'm sharing a fucking horse with. I'm sharing a horse with a drunkard.
Yep.
A little bit.
Well, right now, I'm at least passing enough time where I'm just massively hungover. I'm just like, I've sat up in chair proper, but I'm just sort of hands in my head in my hands, just. Oh, Jesus. But you know, an actual day.
Have you been drinking to a level where you automatically have disadvantage on stealth checks because being within 5 meters of you smells like an open bottle of vodka?
I can answer that.
That is not my decision. That's not my decision. So.
I can answer that question. You could have stopped that sentence after the phrase disadvantage, and the answer is yes.
Hey, just being hungover, I'm going to be
Just
stumbling
disadvantage
around.
on everything.
As I'm sort of dancing
Disadvantage
about,
on you, disadvantage on your family.
as I'm dancing about playing music, I'm actually gonna absolutely slap Cinder on the back and just go, "Come on, cheer up! We're gonna get on a horse soon," and then sort of off dancing.
Oh god.
Can I have a dex saving throw from everybody apart from
Oh,
Syndra and Lawrence?
Apart from.
The fuck?
Team platinum.
I'm sat there nice and
Curious.
quietly.
Oh my god, this is not going to be a good night.
Oh, and Verlin, if you're still under
Oh.
the table, you don't need to roll either.
I'm right though. My character sheet's not working anyway. Yeah.
Don't know what to say.
Just
So I-
3 terrible rolls in a row.
Every now and then a hand just comes up on the table, grabs some snacks and a drink, and just goes back down.
Yeah, you so you still under the table then, Verlin?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, Lawrence, you kind of slap Cinder on the back and kind of take a step back yourself. Lawrence, Verlin, you're under the table and you hear this, and you hear the meaty thwack, followed by a and all of a sudden, everybody's dripping. Nero, at this point, you will have been dropped. You were, as far as I can remember, so the story that we're going with, you were still in Claude's hut, where everyone else had been. You've kind of been dropped. He's managed to portal you reasonably close to where these guys are. He couldn't get you exactly there for some reason. You'd have dropped outside town. You can make your way into the town and try and find these whenever you're now ready to do so. Apologies, I shouldn't have made you wait that long. That's on me.
It's fine.
I kind of got caught up in everyone's chatting. But yes, as the evening draws to a close, you get into the point now, you've probably got about half an hour before you're going to be forcibly told to leave or go to the rooms that you've got here. And yeah, the evening's drawing on. What
So
would you-
I've just been teleported, and it's what?
So you'd have probably
Like-
been dropped. Do you know, I'm going to say the closest he could have got you would have been the gang's camp outside of town. So you'd have been dropped in there, seeing that the camp was empty, but the horses would have still been there. You've now made your way into the town. At this point, the only building with any lights on still is the tavern. So it's fair to say that you would have made your way there in the hope of finding these guys.
Okay. So I walk in, and what do I see?
You've got to do
So-
a deck save to get vomit in your face.
You see a soaking wet owl and everyone else soaking wet.
As you get to the door, you go to push it open, and you just catch the sound of a tiefling chundering. So you just hold off for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I'm not going in there yet.
You wait
I'm
till
gonna look
everything's
at him
kind of
like, "You're
settled.
fucking serious."
You wait till everything's settled. As you push the door open, you see Lawrence, like 5 steps or so back, just howling on the floor. Like, he is rolling in laughter. Cinder at this point has just kind of collapsed backwards over the chair and he's groaning, slightly staring at the ceiling. You see Calypso, Ash, who... Have you met? Yeah, no, Ash has been there.
I've met Ash, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you see Calypso, Ash, and Tiriana like dripping in tiefling vomit, and you hear a slight chuckling coming from under a table. Aside from that, the tavern is empty, with the exception of the bartender, who's still there and looking quite annoyed at this point. There's also Lawrence's flute floating about playing music, and that's what you'll see as you come in.
Just like after the sort of recovery period of just vomit, I'm just gonna stick my hand up there. It's like, considering I barely eat and stay away from naked flames.
That's probably
Oh,
why.
this is a sight to behold.
I'm gonna get up out of the chair and just start shaking all of it off. Just all over the place. I don't care at this point.
There's gonna be a fire.
Splat.
It's
So I
Ash-
just
Ash
not
shaky
think
dog
give
impression.
Nero a very sullen hi, and then walked at Ash, try and find some sort of towel while dodging bits of vomit that are flying off Ash.
While Ash says hi, I'm just going to wash her down with my create water. Since it's a cantrip, I can do it whenever I want.
All right, yeah.
I assume you don't want to be covered in what I assume is the insides of Syndra.
No, we don't.
So
Well,
I basically it's like
I remember a thing you can do. Can I have some water, please?
I set
My
a globe
stomach is
of
half burning.
I fill up an empty goblet of water with water so in front of him.
Thank you very much. I'm
So
just gonna chug it down as fast as possible. Just gone.
okay, so elf girl cleaned. Dragon, do you want to be cleaned?
please.
Yes.
Dragon cleaned. Owl, do you want to have your feathers washed off?
Why, thank you.
Yeah, why not?
You're
I'm gonna
washed
point
off.
out. I'm gonna point
Alright,
out.
sweet.
But I probably made it outside if he hadn't have twatted me out back.
You
So-
weren't moving.
I
Rabbit
didn't feel
boy's
sick
clean.
at the time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very hiding under the table.
Why is Verlin under the table?
I
Because
don't
he thinks
know.
he's a sneaky boy.
I'm going to
Oi,
emerge
show
from this
off,
table
Elf.
because I've been sneaky. Like, what?
Why are you
You!
hiding?
What? How did you get to that table? What?
Sneaky. You're back!
I'm back. You guys left without me,
You were asleep.
and you still left.
You were asleep.
You still left.
You were
I
asleep.
We had
mean,
things
we
to
had
do?
stuff to do.
Could have woken me up.
We felt it wasn't important, so
Coulda.
we kind
But-
of just left.
You were asleep.
So remember, at this point as well, Nero, you would have possibly volunteered to stay behind initially because you were very, very annoyed with Lawrence. So if memory serves, he got you a monster's liver that was not a liver, and that ended
Oh
up.
yes,
Oh,
the
yeah.
big huge monster schlong, which you told me
Yes.
was liver.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a stain and a smell that's going to be tough to get off any armor. So you were probably quite irritated with him about that as well.
Yeah, this chest plate isn't exactly easy to clean.
But did you get
Even
it clean?
even for me, who deals with water, it wasn't exactly easy to clean. That was very hydrophobic.
But it looks pretty clean to me.
Yeah,
You look good
I
now.
spent all the time.
You're
Can
fine.
I have, very quickly, can I have a perception check with disadvantage from everybody
Oh, God.
who believes they may have be like in a facility place where they could notice something? Syndra, don't even bother.
Wait, hold on. We're just rolling straight decks, right?
It's
Perception.
perception check, please.
Oh, perception, okay.
check, yeah.
Which way is it? Is it over here or is it behind me? Because if it's behind me, I won't roll.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to. So it would be Verlin.
With disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage, yeah. So 3 of you need to roll again, please.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Hey!
My bad.
Just roll a single and take the lowest. You don't need to roll with
Oh,
disadvantage.
do I need to roll again, folks?
Yes.
Take that.
I have shit rolls
That's
tonight,
my
also.
lowest.
Fine. Okay. So with those,
Well, still need to-
Kiriana and Lawrence and Verlin. You will have noticed a shadow moving around outside the tavern. Nothing overly concerning. It's just unusual that there's other people around at this point.
How late in the night is this?
About quarter to midnight at this time. We'll have advanced on a little bit.
Well, because Nero stood at doorway, I'm going to say, did you bring a friend with you? There's-
What?
Someone
What?
else. Is he not? Are they not with you?
Can I like look behind and poke my head around the corner, or like take a step out?
Lily, at this point, you'd have probably been aware that you might have been seen. If you want to hide yourself completely, you will have had enough time to do so. If you want to introduce yourself at this point, you can. That's your choice.
So basically,
Yeah.
do I see you or not? Do I just see a little head poking over the boxes, or do you squat down?
No, you've definitely you've seen me. It's fine. I think that's a good introduction.
All right, yeah. So Nero's going to be the first one out of the door, then, and turns round. Lily, what's Nero going to see? Are you kind of crouching? Are you still trying to act like you're hiding, or are you just upright and walk into the tavern as you were?
I'm upright and just walking.
Hi.
Oh yeah. Hello. Yeah, I wasn't doing anything nefarious. I was just having a smoke.
Oh, okay. What race are you? Just so I know.
What was I wanted to be dark elf, but there wasn't an option, so I'm a wood elf. I was born wood elf.
Oh, you can be dark elf. It's fine. We'll sort it.
The
Oh,
drow.
thank you.
You, for the purposes of this, call yourself dark elf. We'll work out some racial stuff after session, bud. It's not a
Yes.
problem.
Drow elf.
Also, at this point, again, I don't know how you're presenting yourself. If you're covered up and robed and everything else, if they wouldn't be able to tell from looking at you and you don't want them to know, that's your business. I don't know. Like, if you're there and very clearly dark elf, then that's fair enough, but...
Yeah, no, I'm just looking down at myself, just wearing very simple clothing. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing peculiar at all.
Hi, I assume you're a patron of the tavern here, or do you want me to step aside so you can get back in? Sorry, don't be in the way.
Yeah.
So,
Start wandering towards the door, wondering why Nero's talking to herself.
yeah, so, I mean, at this point, you'd have all have heard, like, at least you'd have known there was a conversation going. You wouldn't necessarily been able to work it through.
Spencer, is
fairly
there a
quiet
cat
in-
on your lap?
There is
Oh,
a cat on my-
it totally stealthed against your t-shirt. You were just making a very odd gesture, and I could not make out the cat at all.
Yeah.
There's the white patch. There we go.
There it is, yeah. So yeah, the tavern being mostly empty, you will all see Lily when she walks in. You had all a brief description of her from the mysterious stranger. Lily, you're gonna sort of quite immediately realise that they're all in a group and you're on your own. The two that you were told to look out for, you would recognise from the descriptions that you had been given of them. Obviously, whether you choose to introduce yourself is up to you, but that's it. So you've just kind of wandered in and they'll have all gone like, huh?
Mhm.
When he walks in, I'm just gonna walk over and be like, "Hi, I'm Ash."
I walk up to show off Elf and say, "Why were you hiding?"
We've been
Right,
sneaky. I've been gathering
we'll do that-
information.
We'll do that bit in a sec.
Sneaky.
Sorry,
And I'm going to
just like-
dive back under the table, actually, at that.
Okay, that's perfect. So yeah, so Ash has walked up, introduced himself.
I'm just gonna stand at a distance and raise my eyebrow and be like, "Who is this character?"
So Lily, how are you responding?
Obviously, I see you're with a large group. Is it safe to talk here? Do you trust these people?
I mean, the ones that are in this room, other than the bar, to keep. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, other than the villagers and
Yeah,
bartender, you bet. And the
pretty
rabbit.
much.
Hmm.
I mean, Rabbit's fine. He's kind of just on his own, doing whatever he wants, pretty much all the time.
There are
Never-
quite a few of you covered in sick.
Yeah.
Just the usual.
Thanks to that one, and I'm gonna point to Syndra.
Listen, he coming across the back. I probably wouldn't have shunned it otherwise. It was a very jarring
And-
experience.
From what I know, it's not the most normal, but it does happen time to time.
He's a lightweight, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Hope you've got some waterproof garb.
Okay. Yeah, well, now as good a time as any. We should probably discuss what I came here to see you guys for.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, so
my head's
at
gonna
this-
just twist and be like, "Huh?"
Tell us more.
Not telling you anything, I don't know you. She said rudely.
You walk in from this strange town. You've got to do some explaining.
So explain
You
it.
have some explaining to do.
Sort of shout over as I'm just fiddling with the loot, saying, "So who do you know?"
At this point as well, just very quickly, Verlin, although you've kind of dashed back under the table and are hiding, you will be kind of observing this just enough. You would probably, because you were the one that the other person spoke to last time round, you're most likely to recognise this as the person you were told to look for.
However, as that information was conveyed to me, and I completely forgot that any information like that was given, and I was completely fixated on just sneaking at people.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can't remember who else was around at that point, but
There was like three other people behind
I
me.
had heard like the tail end of it.
all right. So yeah, so actually, you've probably got a pretty good idea as well. Lily's very clearly not someone that's frequented this village before. Like she's not a local.
I'm going to push Verlin back under the table.
Already there.
I'm gonna reach over and grab any drink that's left on the tray that Lauren's got and just pass it over to Lily and go, "So what have you heard about this village? What are you here for?"
Do I have to drink the drink?
You don't have to. No, not at all.
No, you don't have
I
to.
think in the interest of joining in, I will. If someone could tell me how the fudge I roll. That would
You don't need to roll to take the drink. That's fine. It's just a regular mead. I'm not gonna kill you on your first turn with a poison drink. Don't worry. You can
No, that's
safely
second
join
turn.
in and drink it.
No, that's just second roll.
No,
That's
yeah, as you can tell, I'm not meant to be here. I'm only here for one job. I overheard you guys talking about how you wanted to go see the Earl. I'm here to meet two people, do a job, and then who knows where I'm going after this.
I'm gonna
So,
re-emerge
seems
from the
fair.
cabinet behind the table again, like, don't even ask. Just be like, yeah, I've not seen you. I've seen everybody in this town, and I've not seen you, so you're definitely new here. So the Earl,
Yes,
how we
paranoid.
do that? Shh, Birdman.
Ah, they said that they were a patron of this tavern. That's why I can't let them in. Huh? Okay.
Do you Can you tell us anything more about this town we found ourselves in?
Is that aimed at me?
Yes.
No, I've literally just showed up.
You know, but
Where did you come from?
Who are you here to meet? That's the big question.
Mhm. What is your purpose?
It was Calypso and Cinder with the names.
jeez, give him a chance. Don't interrogate that poor dude.
Josh Birdman.
Just because you're a paranoid little elf doesn't mean everyone else is paranoid.
Reason
Do you not remember
runs
how
through
we
the
met?
door.
We nearly killed you. This is just what we
Yeah,
did
I know.
again.
That makes sense.
I'm suspicious of everyone.
I have no idea what's going on. Why did you guys leave me?
You were asleep.
Sort of hold a hand up and just go, well, to be fair, I thought you were dead.
I'm just gonna squawk at you and be like,
Nice
"Shut up."
to see you too, bunny boy.
The implications of you not knowing when someone's asleep or dead are quite big to your backstory.
Let's not ask questions we don't want answers for, okay? Right, new guy. So, what's... You've been told that, like, you're meeting two of us, but yeah, obviously there's a fair few more than two.
Yeah, who's the
What are you
connection?
expecting?
Who's the connection?
Honestly, the nature of my work, we don't ask who the connections are. We just get given the jobs and we come. Safer that way.
Okay, who are these two people who you were supposed to meet, though?
We've had that one. That was drunk horn lady and dragon wizard.
Cinder and Calypso were the two names that you were given, so you'll know who those two are.
Like, I nudge Syndra and like, has the water taken effect yet? Are you feeling okay now? This guy wasn't the first one wants to talk to you.
I could do with another one if I'm perfectly honest.
I refill up the water goblet.
Okay, so who sent you then? I'm Verlin, by the way.
Don't know who the source is. Don't know who the source is. In this line of work, you don't ask who the source is. It's safer for everybody.
The real question here is who sent you?
So
I'm gonna point to Verlin.
I sent myself from I can't remember.
Then shut up.
I stole a horse, and I miss him.
You need to stop being so loud. My head's pounding.
We all
I
miss
turn,
Austin.
I turn to Lily and I ask her, what makes you think he can help us with this Earl? Do you know anything about him?
Of course. I've been here a couple of days. I've seen the manor house. I've walked around its gardens.
Oh, so have I.
In fact, I know that there might be a social gathering happening awfully soon.
Oh.
I have seen all
Not
the
to
bushes
be
in
Yeah,
his
well, yeah.
garden.
Hey,
think we should.
hey,
Did
sneaky
you
boy, here's
say
your opportunity.
a social gathering for, let's say, 8 people?
So you would sort of go on and you kind of all piece it together. Sorry to kind of jump in, I realised I didn't actually give you that much information. I apologise. But yeah, you all kind of piece together. There's the Earl himself has sort of regular parties coming through, who will, sort of very very closed off. Everyone kind of all masked and stuff like that. It's kind of a very much a masquerade ball. These happen fairly regular. The villagers are not welcome.
It's a kiddie murder party.
No, it sounds like a clue party.
So, let's get this straight. So, can I just ask, are you invited to said party, or are you planning on entering party through
Other
various
means.
As long as you've got an invite, you've got an invite, right? It doesn't matter where it comes from.
Fair point. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, I like you.
So you can get us all invites?
I mean,
Sort of going to like tap the table and go, I don't think that's what she meant.
Are you implying that we wouldn't be capable of just breaking the fucking?
Is there some
That's
wiggle
always
room
an
on-
option.
Do we have wiggle room on the +1?
What, plus 8?
+8, +5.
Well, we can hide the rabbit.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't know if I can
We
hide.
can use the trench coat idea.
That's us
And only
in.
be 4 of
Buy
us.
the rabbit.
That's how we're in.
Yeah.
We'll all just
Be-
pretend we're catering.
One very tall.
We're just
gentleman.
catering. We'll put the rabbit in a big pot, wheel it in. We have a rabbit stew for the party. Do. Job's good.
Mm-mm. I was thinking we could hide the rabbit in my mouth.
No, we don't.
I mean,
eat
we could
party
also hide it in
members.
my mouth.
You
There's
don't have
a
a
lot
mouth,
of people-
Beaky.
You
If
know
there's a
what?
lot of people at the party, we might have to put ash in that pot.
That's
As
true.
to,
You might.
as to your
Mm.
plan, Verlin, I reckon a guy who's got a house as big as that has got living chefs.
Look, just because you have living chefs don't mean you don't need to order out every now and again.
Listen, if the village isn't invited, he can't be inviting that many people.
When's the next party?
Yeah, who's he
They
inviting
happen-
if the villagers aren't coming? Because there's only one nice house here. That means people are going to have to come and travel. So
So why don't we just steal their invitations?
why don't we just
That's a
ambush a wagon
plan.
on the way in?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is I have an invite. It's not mine, but I have one. Breaking in is an option, but again, I don't know you guys too well, so I think you could do it.
Yeah, and you don't know why you come to us or from whom sent you or why we have a mutual thing.
No, there's the thing. Why did he specifically say us two? And I'm just going to gesture at me and Calypso.
Surely if you were to know anybody, it'd be me.
My reputation obviously precedes me.
You would have been told there would have been a larger group, but they were the only 2 names you were given. You don't know why specifically.
You were my contacts anyway.
Fair enough.
Lily, was it? What? On your invitation, when's the date? Is it tonight, or is it in a couple of nights or a week, or how?
It'd be
how
a couple of nights away.
couple of nights?
Yeah, I was going to
Okay.
ask God, but he's mentioned it.
Okay, so being that it's a couple of nights away, does anybody want to investigate some glowing lights?
Hang on, guys.
I like that idea.
I picked up something a while back, and I've only just remembered about it.
STI.
Lily, would you... That was a long time ago, and I do not talk about that anymore.
Great, sorry.
Could I borrow the invitation? Just for a moment.
Uh-huh.
I can make forgeries.
Borrow.
If it doesn't leave my sight, then yes.
No, it doesn't have to leave your sight at all. I need to copy it, that's all.
I whisper to Verlin. So, what's this Earl business you guys are on about?
I'll actually give you a quick debrief as best I can. So, do you remember Billy? Do you remember Billy Bones in Hook and Mouth? And I gave him the box, and then we buggered off because he were being a smug shit.
Oh yeah.
Angry
yeah,
Scottish
yeah.
geezer.
That's when. That was the
Near where
that
we
was
saved
the
you
place
from.
where you guys got me out of the
Yeah.
Kuratura place. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it turns out that he had a thing that we needed, and it turned out to be a tablet fragment. Who I can't remember who's got hold of that. Checks pockets. No, I don't think it were me.
Okay.
And then we need to do this, and then apparently the other piece is in this manor house. So we need to sort out with this Earl, and that ties all that together for us.
Okay.
Cost tablet to stop necromancer that does all nasty stuff and retroactively time loopy did the thing that we broke in the first place.
So, do you think this tablet the Earl would have on his person, or will it be in a room?
That could be either. None of us have got in yet to find out that.
Okay.
If he wears it as a necklace, we'll just take his head as well, so it's not a problem. He sounds like a prick.
I'm just gonna look at you guys and be like, I could take the head.
I take the head. My
I'm
head.
the one with the axe.
My head.
Okay.
So whilst Verlin's been filling Nero in, I've been making like copies with this. So now everyone's got an invitation. Don't break the seal just yet, because it only lasts for an hour after that.
So, does anyone know what this Earl looks like?
I have not
I'm also
noticed
going to
that from
hand Lily
history.
the original one back.
I was going to ask for it, but thank you.
I was gonna say, Chup, would I know by having investigated the whole manor, like from the outside?
Not too much, no. So the Earl himself's very he's not seen in public.
Okay.
Very
Uh,
little is known of him outside of those that would be able to attend these parties. All you'd have noticed, that seemed out of place from flying around the outside of the manor and stuff like that, is that there is little to no visible security or anything like that for it, despite how secretive he is and everything else. Which is
So there's no picture of the Earl like around the tavern or anything like that. Because you'd think that there'd be like some sort of like picture of the leader of the area in a tavern.
there's no one from the village will particularly talk about him. It's
Okay.
all sort of very hushed tones. If anyone has seen him, they are very much keeping it to themselves.
So, what we can deduce from all the information that we have gathered between us all, using actual smartness, is that no one will talk about him, and there is no children, and he has no security, even though he is the wealthiest person in this shitty little hellhole. Deduction: everyone is absolutely shit scared, terrified of him. Why? Possibly incredibly magical, or super hench.
The sacrificing children ties into magical.
Are we thinking he's like some blood magic super mega scum? Borderline immortal shit.
Sorry, I'm back. My mum came back.
I did what? Sorry, I blacked out for a
So yeah,
second.
Check out the smart.
Mr. DM, so can I do this?
Scrying thing, I'm just reading through that at the minute, yeah. See, the modifier on it, you can try it, but it's the modifier on the save's going to be pretty high because it's nothing other than the fact that he refers to himself
Yeah,
as the
but
Earl
the
of the town.
plus that's why I thought the +5 because I've heard of the target.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We can certainly try it then. So it'd be save and throw. Alright, yeah. So it beats your spell save. So yeah. So good effort, but no, sadly not.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, listen, while we've got time, we were going to talk earlier about some spooky lights. Should we go see what they are? Or should we just try to get prepared for this party?
Yeah, that's what I suggested.
Well,
I wanted to
invitation.
grab this
How-
away.
How long have we got until the party?
The invitation said
Couple
we've got a
nights.
couple of
Couple days.
nights. So,
We
let's.
might as well.
I mean, as long as everyone's not too absolutely completely toasted right now, let's just bounce to the lights. Let's go.
Listen, I just need some fresh air right now, I think.
I'm gonna start heading over towards them.
To the
I
light.
follow along.
Lily, before we set off, what do you specialise in? Obviously, I'm a bard.
Are you stabby?
You
Are you
specialize in
shooty?
nothing.
Are you a caster? I do all three. Averagely.
I mean, I have a crossbow and a rapier. Pretty lightly armoured, so
Oh, I have a crossbow too, and I'm gonna pull out my bomb schwalm, and I'm gonna charge it and just shoot it carelessly across the tavern, and then realise what I've done and go, oh fuck, and run.
I have a thingy-majig. I'm a thingy-mabob. And pull out and basically slam my the hilt of my trident on the floor.
As they're sort of
My
all
thingy-mabob.
showing dick sizes and shit, I'm gonna run off to my room quickly. And I'm gonna pull out the box, and I'm going to say...
Look at this turd I did earlier.
So this is the box you were given by the demon at the crossroads, yeah?
Yeah,
And what was your key phrase? Sorry.
4 kids.
So yeah, as you say this, the runes across the
candles.
box start to glow, and it sort of pops open, and reveals a weapon of sorts. It's a very strange thing. You've never seen anything really like it. Solid, sort of stout handle. There is a blade on one side, and on the other side is like a big heavy head. I've sent you the information for what you have.
Can I rename it? Because I don't like that name. That name's really gay.
I mean, if you want to.
I'm renaming it.
I didn't name it either. This is why I'm
You're
not
so
bothered.
blunt about it. Jeez.
What's it called? I need to know.
Yeah, I need to know what the original name was now.
Can I say it, or is it a secret?
Yeah. You need
If
to
you want to put it into chat, you can do, yeah. Or if you want to put the description and see if people can guess what it is.
We need to judge it.
Well, same as the code was 4 kids.
Was it 4 kids or poor kids?
4 kids.
4 kids. Okay.
Knife French.
French.
Oh, I was thinking poly-dubbed anime, but that's me.
It just makes me laugh. This time for Stabby, this time for Hitty.
Have
It's
you
not
read the
enough
thing?
Snick snack.
I am reading.
Stab bang.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Slashy thumpy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what it is.
Nero's way of calling things. Come on.
And if you want to try it out on something, you can do. That's up to you, or you can just go run and join everyone else.
I have a trident called Thingamabob and a shield called What's It.
How much damage would the bomb schwa have done to the tavern? Because that's a thing.
So where exactly did you fire it?
Just kind
It's
of,
not across the tavern, so I'm assuming over here.
yeah, like yeah. So I was here, so just kind of carelessly, like just across, just into the free space.
Tell you what, roll me an attack with it.
Oh, I don't think we ever put it on my sheet properly. Still, mate, we're gonna have to fucking sort. Oh no, I did. Enchanted crossbow.
I say you can rename that one if you want.
Jesus.
All right, so luckily the bolt manages to go through the window.
Phew. But also probably not few.
Yeah, there is a very, very on fire bush outside.
Oh, that's fine.
But aside from that, no, you're all right.
I still
Yeah,
ran out in a panic.
I'm actually going to try the weapon. A, to make sure the things work as well. that I've just set up for it. So I'm just going to go for the bed.
That's
I'm going to use the hammer. The hammer bit. The
Yeah, so yeah, just roll your attack with it. Yeah, that's fine. So roll your additional d10.
I was hoping-
Jesus.
All right, that's fine. So no additional damage, but you also don't stab yourself in the thigh.
Damn.
Yeah, it absolutely shatters the bed. Like you are gonna have to pay to replace that unless you
Yeah,
start.
no, I'm gonna like sort as I'm going out the room, just going, what the fuck have I just done? I'm gonna have to look up the I presume I know the barkeep's name by now.
Yeah, he's called Nigel.
I'm gonna fucking apologise to Nigel. Is he still by the bar?
Good old night.
Please do a
He's
Birmingham
kind of
accent.
disappeared.
He's what? Sorry.
No, he's in the cellar at the moment.
Okay. As like I'm leaving, I'm gonna shout as loud as I can to the cellar, saying, "Nigel, I owe you a bed," and I'm just gonna leave.
That's fair enough.
Not gonna flick him a coin or anything. Just leave.
Oh, you bet.
I owe you.
I'm disappointed in you, Spence. You could have said that you had too much fun with the bed that you broke it.
He doesn't know how I broke it.
He's only jumping.
He doesn't
up and
need
down.
to know how he broke it.
I mean, you're a rabbit, for Christ's sake.
Jumping up and down on it.
For all sort of roleplay purposes, that's what I said to him. As I come out to you, I'm just gonna say, I fucked about 10 bitches in that bed this week.
No, he didn't.
Rabbits and dogs.
I see everything.
Merlin's been watching.
I see
Probably
everything.
met about
No, he
100
didn't.
kids this week.
Probably more than that.
Only 4.
The only 10 things he slept with this week were his fingers.
And his loot.
Ah.
And his new toy that he's gonna
He wasn't
use
doing that. He
service
was
tonight.
just trying to restring it.
Yeah.
That's what they all say.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Doing the Rudy Van der Sario and strumming one off. Strum
So,
himself to
Flying
ecstasy.
I'm gonna
light
start-
orbs.
I'm gonna start flying towards that spot.
All right, yeah. So it's towards the north of the town. I'm just preparing. That's all right.
Burb, you're the only one that knows the way. Stop!
I'm going slow enough so you guys can see me. That's what it is.
Disappears over nearest rooftop.
You still need to tell me about your race. I need to put it in my book.
He's Burbman. Queen of the Burbs.
But does he lay eggs? These
No,
questions
I
need to
do
be
not
explored.
lay eggs.
You didn't tell
For
me
the
this.
last time.
No, he has a barbed penis like a cat.
Oh,
I'm humanoid.
Good Lord, you lot are awful.
DM.
Are you just figuring that out?
DM.
No,
can
I'm
you
just
bless what I'm
apologising
talking
for
on?
the stream.
You are also awful, dude. You are not exempt from that
We need
statement.
divine intervention.
the DM is actually
Yeah.
secretly proud of us.
I was gonna
I mean,
say
a little
DM is allowing us to do it, so
As we get
you're
to this
just
little
as bad as we are.
Oh, I
As
know.
we get to this little pathway, I'm gonna shout, "Old spiky penis, where now?"
So from where you
I'm
come in,
fully intending on making this nickname stick.
Oh, we need
So-
could can we just establish like it's late as fuck right now, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of like sort of say like midnight by the
Okay.
time you've got. To
I have
this
dark
point.
vision.
Also,
I
was just about to say that.
Can you plot my
everyone
token?
has
Vision.
vision.
I can, mate. Yeah.
Thank you.
This ash is as far as you would have been able to see,
Okay.
sort of
Even
clearly
with
in
dark
direction.
vision?
Well, from where you knew the lights were, yeah. So after
Okay,
this
yeah.
point, going forward, it's sort of very thick foliage. So
Okay.
this is kind of as close as you could get through from the air.
Owl boy.
Yeah.
Do you have a staff or what's your weapon of choice?
My weapon of choice is a great axe or a mace.
Can you come down here and stop flapping above my head and just come down here for a sec?
I guess I'm just gonna drop down 3-point land.
Superhero pose.
Bad for your knees.
Bad for your knees, yeah.
There you go. Now you can fly ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a nice little blue hue because of where I'm from.
A blue hue,
Fair enough.
So
So can we see where this glow is? Is the glow appearing at the moment?
So as you've started getting sort of closer to it, yeah, you can. You can't see it as much as you can sort of sense it as you're getting close. What you've noticed as well as you've got to kind of this point of it where the trees get a lot thicker, the wildlife has somewhat disappeared. Up to this point, even though it was very late, there was still a lot of things moving around. The forest was still very active. As you've got closer and closer to here, it's all very much died off. There's nothing here at the moment. If you stand completely still, it is absolutely silent.
So who can see in the dark?
Hi.
All of us.
I
pretty much
I
everyone
stepped forward.
was.
If you're
Pretty
a
much
dark
everyone.
elf, you have superior
I
dark
was
vision.
I'm
as
gonna
the 5e
fly up
rules.
and
So you can
wherever
actually
I
see
can.
twice as far in dark vision than anyone else in the party can, Lily.
I'm gonna perch
that's the
up
line
in
you're
one of the
going with.
trees.
Yeah. And as you go in,
I love
It's
D&D
in shades
dark
of
elves.
grey, isn't it? Just to clarify, it's shades
Yes,
of grey.
for us it's shades of grey.
yeah.
How many
so you
shades of
can-
grey?
All
Two.
the shades of grey.
Just 3.
Not 50.
No. In fact, for that, you've only got one eye. You only see one. Everything is just grey
Yep.
to you.
I just have
I
shit
have
depth
just an
perception,
eye.
okay?
I forgot about this.
I do have a
Yeah,
bitchin' eye patch though.
He does.
But then just sees a grey wall in front of him because everything's the same tone.
It's all one.
Where am I going?
Is it foggy in here?
Look, I grew up in the Feywilds. I see all. I don't give a shit.
So, but yeah, what you would be able to see here, like you can see the trees and everything. You can see where you're going very clearly. The light, as much as you could sense it, would sort of be leading you kind of just straight on. But aside from that, the woods themselves, I say, are very, very quiet.
It's a bit quiet, isn't it? My animal intuition, being that I am rabbit, is telling me to fuck off.
Like, do you
I'm
mind? I'm
gonna-
trying to listen to the quiet.
I'm gonna owl screech. Just to see if anything happens.
Birdman, why me?
So it pierces the silence, and the sounds almost echo, like, amplifies it. There is nothing around, no response, nothing at all like that. As
No
it kind of-
thundering footsteps. No, we're all good.
not at
Can
this
I check
point
this
yet.
pool of water for any fish life?
Yeah, just a sec. What you do hear as it kind of echoes further off into the distance, as it gets back towards kind of closer to the village, you do see like a couple of birds flying up and things like that. But in the initial area where you are, no.
Okay.
And no, there is nothing. The water is still and stagnant. There's like a horrible film over it. There is nothing alive in there.
So not even the little teeny tiny swamp bugs that are in
Not a
stagnant
thing.
water.
Not a thing.
Guys, there's no
I'm
sign
gonna-
of life at all apart from us.
It's
I'm gonna glide down to here.
All right, yeah. Are you kind of just scanning the area then, trying to see
Yes.
anything else? Or... All right, so yeah, as you land down, looking sort of straight forward, you can almost see what would appear to be like a winding pathway through the trees. It just looks slightly clearer than the rest of it, even though it's still very overgrown. And again, you can kind of, the closer you get over that way, the more you get that sort of weird sense. You can feel there's something there. You can't see it. There is no glowing light at this point, but you can feel it. And it kind of gets stronger. It's making you very uncomfortable.
Hey, anyone else want to go this way?
Yeah, I do.
No.
I'm gonna
feel-
start
This
slowly
this
walking
energy
myself
is
that way.
really weird.
Would
I
you-
feel really
Sure.
really weird though.
So, would you say at this point, like obviously, because I'm only picking up what you just said, like I don't call them the animals of the group, so me and Ash, possibly Calypso, like the hairs started picking up, if you get me.
Yeah, those of you with more sort of animalistic roots will be feeling it a lot stronger.
So
Um,
hairs are standing on end.
Yeah,
so,
and
so,
it's,
so, as people call me a fish girl, does that count me as well? Or...
yes. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry.
See, I
Um,
told you I'm not a
however,
fish.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was just about to make everyone make a wisdom save. Everyone that's got any sort of animalistic heritage origin will be doing it with disadvantage.
Ah.
Ah.
What is it,
Lovely
a
timing
save
on that,
or
Lauren. Wisdom
Wisdom
save,
save.
yeah, please.
Normal throw.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
with disadvantage?
Listen,
Don't
Yeah.
have to roll. Started animal.
No, you still have to
Oh.
roll. You just don't roll with disadvantage.
That's better than what I've been rolling earlier, so I'm
I
okay
don't
with
want
it.
to roll wisdom. I'm not wise. I'm Verlin.
oh shit, it was wisdom.
I was
was
just going
wisdom
to ask
save.
what you're perceiving.
Sorry.
God damn it!
Lily, do you know how to do a wisdom saving throw? So at the top right-hand corner, you see little buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
So
me
go
on
to the
quarter.
third one, which is the journal. And you
Yeah.
should have your name.
Mhm.
That will open up your character. So you should see saving throws next to big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to click the wisdom one, and then a little pop-up will appear, and then you click no.
Nothing's popped up.
You'll click the actual word wisdom in the
Yeah,
where it says
click this,
saving
yeah.
throw.
Okay. So I have a public roll.
Is
Yeah.
that the one,
Yeah.
probably?
Yes.
Click that.
And then roll it normal.
Advantage normal.
Normal
normal.
on this one, buddy.
Normal.
There we go.
Okay.
Hey!
Ooh, look
Perfect.
at you.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, Lawrence, I feel so bad.
My
Alright.
hairs are standing up on end, and I don't know why.
So I have a look.
I don't know anything.
Nero, Ash, randomly, Inspector, and Lily, you all you feel the oppressive sort of energy atmosphere in the air, but aside from that, you're okay. The rest of you, it starts feeling like you're starting to not feel scared, you're adventurous, but very, very nervous, very apprehensive. You are getting a
Anxious.
sense you are being pushed back.
Like, anyone feel like going back to the tavern, having a beer, and maybe coming back tomorrow about midday?
Berlin, you're the show-off
Yeah.
elf. Don't be a coward.
Funnily
Stop
enough,
being a
I'm-
baby.
I'm with Verlin on this.
No, we're here now. Let's
Come
let's
on,
explore.
stop
I
being
know.
a big scaredy hair.
If you're
You
feeling
guys
so
can go off-
brave,
go
you
back
go
to
in
the-
front. I'm not going in front.
Fine.
I'll
I'm
go
going
in
to
front.
stand
I'll
here.
go in
If
front. I have
I'm
no
going to sit
problem
down
with
here, and I'm just going to have a biscuit.
I'm gonna walk past Ferlin and go, fine. But he realizes my voice is like an octave higher, and
I'm just gonna be
I'm
keep
already way
walking in
ahead of
front
you
of
guys.
everyone else.
Pardon me, sorry.
And as I realise everyone's actually leaving me, I'm going to jump up and carry on behind everybody.
All
No,
right,
guys,
So,
wait
as I
up!
noticed Verlin left, I was like, don't leave me! And I've sort of hopped and grabbed the back of his armour.
Just hanging
He's, like,
onto the back
dragging
of my
along.
chainmail.
Just very apprehensive tiptoe steps.
Spence, stay off your sheet a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Leave it
I
there!
thought my fucking computer was going to I didn't realise it was moving. I'm getting pissed off with it.
Ooh. No, I just remembered I needed to tweak your sheet to add your +4 to initiative automatically, so I was just sorting that for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Not that you're going to need it.
Oh,
No, I'm scared.
I thought we were going this way. I thought this was the way that
I don't
the
know
energy
which way it was. It's
I don't know,
whichever
I
way
just-
the
I followed
energy was.
Nero and the
Yeah, so
bird.
if you're
No, no, no.
following the pull of the
I know
energy,
the
it
way.
would be straightforward.
Okay.
I know the
then that's
way,
the
and I'm
going.
going to point back towards the tavern and go, it's that way.
It's not
That's
that
the
way.
way.
You hair, keep coming.
I mean, normally I have to run myself first, but okay.
All right, just a second.
Yeah, I'm getting that same issue of not being able to put tokens down again.
All right, man, 1 sec.
So I was just letting you know.
Yeah, no, we'll sort it through. There you go. So you push through sort of the fire. Those of the forest, sorry, those of you that are a little bit thinking you're all kind of hanging back, you're a little bit more nervous and everything from it. Eventually you get a clearing, you see like there's some walls kind of broken down around it, a little bit of a clearing, and in the center, very much the origin of the horrible feeling you've all got, is what does appear to be a little bit of an altar.
Who wants to
Oh,
go
Why
and
do
check
we
that
always
out?
deal with cults?
Who wants to go check that out? Magsy not it.
I'm just gonna head right up to it right
I'm
here.
with Verlin this time.
I'm up for.
I go
yeah,
because
let's
I'm
go.
interested.
I'm gonna cautiously follow everyone
I'm
else,
gonna be
but
like right there. I'm gonna be
I'm
like
gonna
right
I'm
next to it.
staying on the outside of things. Like
I've
I'm-
stepped inside of it.
I'm looking for
I
signs.
haven't
of
stepped.
getting
I haven't
close.
stepped over the threshold yet.
I've taken a step back. And I'm
Don't
staying
randomly step on altars. Jesus Christ!
I haven't stepped on anything.
It's the half elf
Word
bard
right
all
here has
over
stepped
again.
in it.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna-
looking.
I'm gonna look
Don't
back and be
touch
like, "What do you
hot
mean?"
rocks.
So you're fine. As you've stepped on it, nothing has happened.
See, I'm fine.
Like you're all right, yes, for now. The altar itself is stained. It's obviously very, very old and ancient. You don't recognise any of the symbols or anything on it at this time. There's nothing that sort of stands out as familiar. to any sort of religious iconography that you'd be aware of. And yeah, the whole place is just very, very dark. There's a very unnatural energy to the place itself. Syndra, as you're quite close to the edge on the thing, can I have a perception check from you with disadvantage?
Okay.
I was just gonna kind of like yell out and be like, "Is
Oh,
anyone home?"
look at that for a disadvantage.
Oh,
I know, I don't know why it's in persuasion.
why is
though.
that also
Oh,
persuasion?
yeah,
right.
Oh no!
Yeah, isn't my
What is
bad.
going on with everyone tonight?
Pleading with gravity.
Yeah.
Everyone's role playing the tavern way too much.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't notice anything. It's all very still to you. It all just seems like a normal wood.
Normal.
I'm,
wood.
I'm still
Sorry.
gonna be like ultra apprehensive, and I'm particularly staying at gate, so I can be the first to nope.
What are the rest of you doing at this point then? So, Ash has stepped on the altar, as have Calypso and Nero looking at it. You're on the edges there, and nothing has happened.
I'm taking a walk, like around it slowly, just kind of taking things in,
So that's kind of what I've been
but
doing.
with
I'm
my back,
walking kind of
like my back
around.
towards the trees, just looking at the altar and looking round it.
I'm sort of pressed on the ground, looking at the stains, trying to identify what this residue is.
Oh, it's very definitely blood.
It's as I feared.
And I'm kind of just,
Mhm.
you know,
I whispered
I'm
to my
literally
kid.
walking around the whole thing.
Tiriana, can you do us a perception check as you're walking around, please? Flat roll. As you were around near some of the edges, where there was this, you do start hearing like the bushes rustling a little bit as there is maybe something out there.
Right, I'm gonna do another lap round, but this time with my back to the altar, and just check my surroundings.
I mean, I've been sat in the bushes for a little while. I don't mind telling you what I saw.
Have you seen something?
Maybe we'll.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Do as a perception. You can have advantage on the roll. Same as the wisdom. Just select it off the skill list, and then it'll pop up.
Have I seen anything? Oh shit.
Oh yes.
Oh, 19, damn.
I'm fixated on Ash on the altar, like waiting for claws to come out and grab him like it did
Yeah,
last
look
time.
at this. I'm very
I'm looking
similar.
at you, reaching my arm out, getting ready to touch the middle of it and be like, huh? 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 You want me to do it?
Da-da.
My eyes are just wide, and I can't stop staring at it just because I know something's going to happen.
I'm worried Syndra's gonna get like trapped in some sort of gate that's gonna come in and lock us in. Because she stood right there. Just, whew.
I think Syndra's the only one that remembers last time that someone stood on an altar for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lily, you are aware there are several. You're not sure what, but there's several of them coming towards kind of the general area.
Do I want to tell anybody? General area. Okay.
So don't forget I've asked you, have you seen anything? Are you just ignoring me or just stood there going,
Wow.
have I? I don't know. Maybe I have.
No. What I'd like to do is, just hide, just sneak. I'm gonna meld into the shadows and just watch. For now.
So you just make eye contact with Tiriana and then just take a step back and kind of disappear.
Are you doing the
Homer.
fucking
Then
Homer
nothing
Simpson and the fucking hedge?
Phase into the bush.
Yeah.
Verlin, you're kind of observing all this, kind of looking around and staring intently at the altar. as you're staring, you hear very, very deep voice kind of in the back of your head.
Eat the
Um,
bird.
and then you feel like you can't quite make out what it's saying, it's just a whisper. And then you feel the ground underneath you start to
I'm gonna start
tremor.
walking this way.
I'm gonna leap, like, just in a direction this way. If it's like directly underneath me, just hope that it's not like still vibrating under where I land.
So as you drop to the ground, you can it's not directly under you, but you can still feel it. And then it does as you stand there, kind of feeling it out. It
There's
does
something
kind
under
of,
us.
it does kind of move towards you again, and you can feel it getting stronger.
Literally just shouting, "There's something under me," and I'm gonna just keep leaping away from
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna start like
back
kind of
hopping at
dancing
this
on the top.
point.
it's called the ground.
It's
Roll
moving.
roll me a wisdom check, Berlin.
No.
Wisdom sucks. Not better.
Stupid cat.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Gary, what? I'm hopping away from back rumble, screaming, "There's something trying to get me under the ground."
So while you're doing this, each time you kind of land, it sort of moves a bit closer to you again. This goes on for about a minute or so, and then it all just sort of stops.
Show off, elf. Use your
I'm just
brain.
gonna-
Your
I'm
the
just gonna-
vibrations are drawing it to you.
I'm just looking at him
But-
and just laughing because he looks ridiculous.
I didn't move first. It just came for me. I'll try shuffling.
As Ash just starts chuckling, I'm just going to drop to the floor and he's bursting out laughing. I was like, can't you tell what a thaumaturgy is, boy?
I'm going to sit on this rock. I'm going to hear what he said, and I'm going to think, I don't want that. I don't want nothing to do with that. If that happens to me, I'm sitting on a rock.
They're also scared.
It's because we failed skill checks.
Uh-oh.
All right. Lily, at this point, while you're assuming you're still kind of hiding back there, things are getting very, very close at this point.
Can I do another perception check?
Yeah, you just to try and see what it is that's coming in.
Hoping so.
Don't like
Yeah,
the
that's
number of dice coming from the GM right now. It's
Neither
making
do
me
I.
incredibly nervous.
Is it with advantage?
He's got crit one now.
It will be advantage for you, Lily. Yeah. Syndra, what's your AC?
14.
Oh, 19
I believe.
again.
Let me get the right
Bad
part
idea
of
this
my
time, though.
character sheet open. Yes, 14.
Okay, so a couple of things happen, sort of very quickly here. So then, yeah, Lily, you can now make out there are roughly 8 different sets of footsteps coming in. They are humanoid, or human as best as you can tell, and they appear to have been circling around and are about to come in to the main gate. Just as you kind of put all this together, Syndra catches a crossbow bolt to the shoulder out of the darkness,
Cinder's night.
Well,
and
maybe
we'll
you shouldn't have been
take
drinking so much.
just
I don't think drinking has to do
One.
anything with a sharp thing hitting me in the arm.
1 point of piercing damage from that.
As soon as I see him get hit, or see her get hit, I'm gonna instantly rage.
All right, yeah, that's fine. What are the rest of you doing?
Would we even know that he's been hit at this point? Or would we just hear a tink and an ow?
I mean, yeah, you'd probably heard her scream.
I'm just gonna ready my bow and turn that way.
Have a push
Yeah,
now.
a bit more into clearing.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
turn
come
around to
towards
Syndra
you.
and just basically say, "What's up? You made a noise."
I'm gonna stab you.
It's a genuine question. I don't know. You've been hit with a crossbow bolt. I just heard a ping, an ow, and now you're standing there.
All right, I'm gonna say the same thing, but I'm gonna like rip it out. But I'm gonna stab you with this.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything at this point?
Yes, absolutely ready our weapons. Are the other members of the party aware of what's
So they'll not be as aware of you unless you've shouted it out.
I
As to
would have
what's
wanted
coming,
to
but-
shout out at the time.
All right. Yeah. So then at that point, yeah, everyone would be aware.
South, yeah.
As you turn round, you see a number of sort of figures coming in. Even in the dark light, you can see there's something a little bit off about them.
I'm gonna bring out my new
I was-
weapon and ready it while shouting, "I told you we shouldn't have come."
Before we do turn order, can we take an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, go on. I'll let you all react to them coming in.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go
Okay.
straight for this one here and hit him with me bow.
I get to roll 2 initiative, see which one's higher, and take the higher one. We'll take the 16.
And then straight up with my extra shot behind him.
Okay.
So yeah, those 2 attacks on that first guy there.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're kind of the first to react to it. Both arrows kind of whistle through and hit you. Kind of gets one in each shoulder, and it hits, reacts, knocks back, and then kind of just straightens up, and kind of takes another step forward. Doesn't seem phased, but you've definitely hit. They've gone through. He's like got a bolt in each shoulder at this point.
Oh shit.
Mine, I'm going to run straight at him and smack him.
Sorry, real quick, do you mind actually go through there?
Let me check.
For initiative, click
You
on
have to have your character
first.
token clicked, and then click the initiative on your character sheet, and then it registers on the turn
Oh.
order.
I
Yeah,
forgot to
sorry,
do that myself.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
no,
yours
actually-
registered, Nero. It's on.
It's a bit weird.
Initiative.
It's clicked.
And
Do you
then
mind 1 second?
I'm gonna smack him with my Wither X.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Yeah, that worked this time.
Goodness about this.
All right, yeah. So that one's good through. So you again sort of smash the axe down. You sort of bringing it down and onto him, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So again, it kind of catches him high in shoulder, sort of into the collarbone. Sort of reacts, and then just again sort of straightens up and looks at you.
Hello.
I'm gonna attack this one with my thingy.
All right, 1 second.
Head sit.
I have a cat on my head, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Then roll your attack.
Sits on head. What do?
I want one. Ah, she jumps off.
Yours is like,
Yeah,
fuck
no
you, I'm not
interest-
sitting
no
on your head.
No interest in your shenanigans.
And was that the same? Were you attacking the same one as?
How
Ash?
to assert dominance. Place
Yes.
ass on head.
But I also got this.
Interesting.
That's like chocolate. Nom nom nom.
All right. Yeah, roll your damage then.
I did 1d8. Okay. 1d8.
That's fair enough.
Dang,
Then,
nice.
yeah. So that the guy kind of just starts to shake and pretty much just evaporates. So he's dropped. He's straight out of combat.
Ah.
I will start the turn order properly now. killing everyone before you start.
Cut
So
your
we'll go
shit.
So we got at the top of the turn order. So Lily, you're up first.
I don't have any items on here. I do have a crossbow, but I don't have anything attributed to it.
All right, okay. So roll a d20, add your proficiency and your dex.
Roll a d20. Is that on the leftmost column?
Left,
Yeah.
most, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's only the option to roll 2.
If you click on
You
where it says
can-
D20, that's
yeah.
the one.
Okay. And then add my proficiency.
Proficiency and your dex if it's a crossbow.
Right, proficiency. Proficiency is 4 and dexterity is 5, so 9.
Oh yeah, so that's a
That's a 20.
that's a, yeah, that's a definite hit. So what's the damage on that then?
It is. It's only 1d6 plus 5.
So you'll roll.
Yeah,
one
just
d6,
roll your d6 then.
and just add
Um,
5 to it.
So,
Nice.
yeah, and which one were you aiming that one at? This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So crossbow assault bolts kind of thuds in. It's sort of hits it, and again, much like the others, he kind of doesn't really react to it too much. Are you doing anything else?
Actually, because it was a sneak attack, do I get anything else, or was that the best I could do?
Yeah, you get an extra dice from sneak
I
attack
think
damage.
it's a d6, isn't it?
An extra 5d6 to one character.
Yeah, so you add that on as a sneak attack. then
Oh,
if you
shit.
turn.
Is that what it is at level 10? That's insane.
Yeah, once per turn, you can deal an extra 5d6 damage to one creature you hit with a finesse ranged weapon if you have an advantage on the attack roll.
Or if you had advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't have, so you wouldn't be able to do it on that one. Do you get a normal for a flat roll or?
Well, I do have Supreme Sneak, which gives you an advantage on a stealth check. Bear with. Sneak attack, yeah. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Oh, yeah, so Nero's within range of that. So, yeah, you do
Yep.
still get your sneak attack dice roll, yeah.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so add your extra d6 to it then.
5d6 will be.
Nice. Oh, some good rolls there.
Actually, yeah. So after the bolt hits it, and initially after not kind of reacting too much, he just kind of drops to a knee. He does manage to kind of steady himself, but nearly drops down to a knee. Have you doing a bonus action of any sort?
Or I haven't to reload the crossbow.
No, I don't bother with that.
Then I will fire another one. Am I out of sneak now?
You'll be. Have you got 2 attacks?
I should have, yes. Do I?
I think rogues have
There should be something called extra attack.
Don't think I do. I've got fast hands, but that's no, I don't.
All right, yeah. So no, so you won't be able to fire another crossbow bolt 'cause you've already used your action. Is that you for this turn?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep, perfect. All right, so next up is this guy at the back. So he's going to come sort of running forward. I'm going to take a hack at Nero with a longsword.
Rip.
Oh, rip.
Wait.
Rip.
Where is it? Where is it?
That's
Wait,
a
what?
rip and a
That's
half.
not it. There you go. Oh, okay. What? I don't want to join.
I mean, that is.
I don't want to join.
That is a heavy crit.
I'm like touching the headbands of Kaito and say, please don't say join us. Please don't say join us.
Okay, so as he comes forward with it, he sort of swings the longsword, and almost kind of feints. As you go to dodge out of that, it moves and just lunges straight forward and catches you in the gut with it. You have a very brief moment where you hear in your head, I can save you, yes or no. Decide.
Oh,
Do I recognise the voice?
shit.
Yes or no.
Do I recognise
Yes,
the voice?
It's
yes
just
or
a
no.
yes or no. Do you just say yes or no?
Do it.
Do it.
No!
Do
Okay.
it.
No.
Take the shiving.
I'm taking the stab.
Nearer too far.
Shanked.
That is 19 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Verlin, you're up next.
Is there still rumbling going on under my feet?
No, that's now stopped.
Cool. Then I'm gonna move 10 feet. I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet. Or 25 feet.
Right.
Yeah. Just for shits. And then I'm gonna be doing a cast off. Where's
Did my Wrath of the
spells?
Storm work, by the way?
Oh, I failed the saving throw, so yes. Roll damage on that then. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Sorry, that's my fault, missed that one. But yeah, sorry, Verlin, what are you doing?
I'll just make sure this does what I think it does. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to smugly do this. Swan, can you attack me? Doesn't work like that. Oh. Hew. And that is going.
Straight through. Oh, so you're going to catch those three?
Yeah, boy.
Alright, okay. 3 dex saving throws.
That wasn't an instant translocation Kamehameha reference at all.
Alright, roll your damage for it. What are you casting it at?
Roll level.
What spell points I've got? At level 2. That's all it is. So at its basic level. So
If you can cast it higher if you've got a higher
I
spell
don't
slot
have higher
available.
spell slots, man. Like that's what I run about Eldritch Knight. It's just a little bit more restricted.
That's fair enough then. Alright, yep, so roll 3d8.
It's not as fucking wimp, is it really, at 3d8?
Alright, that's fine. So the 2 closest will take full damage, the one at the back kind of manages to get a little bit out of the way. The one in front of Nero is immolated. So they kind of just go up in flames. After that, suffering from the damage from the rebuke, that's enough to kind of finish them off. Anything else for you?
No, that's me.
Okay. Next up is this one at the back. So he's going to come in, and Ash going to take another swing at you
Hello.
with the longsword.
Does
So that'd
not hit.
be 16 with the bonuses.
Oh, then yes. It does hit, sadly. Just barely.
So he again sort of runs and just kind of slashes it down, kind of catches you across the top of your arm. However, it is your turn next.
Oh,
so...
hold on. I take half of that because it's slashing.
Unless there's bonuses, I were going to say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there bonuses? Or is it just 8 flat damage?
So yes, it would just be 8 off that one.
Yeah, so it's 4
Okay.
damage for you then.
All right, and then yes,
All right.
it's your turn then, Ash.
Knock it out. We're hitting him with the great axe.
Are these zombies? Like I've just casted a fucking flaming
Smack.
beam of fire across them, surely it's lit them up enough for us to see exactly what these things look like.
That's a fair point. They're certainly under the influence of spell or dark magic of some sort. Yeah.
But are they
And
zombies?
I'm not
Are they
gonna
like
say that.
living dead, or are these controlled people that we're just obliterating?
Or are these kids?
No,
Oh,
they're
God.
definitely not kids.
Don't put that one in his head.
You've already murdered a family once. I'm not going to do it to you again. They wouldn't. No, they wouldn't class as undead.
If he's dead, then I'm gonna move. If
So-
not,
So are these
I'm gonna
people?
swing a
Are
second
these
time.
people that are under the influence of some kind of thing? Then, is that, I could obviously I'll see if they're
Yeah, they're
alive
not-
or dead.
Yeah, they're not undead. They're not zombies. Whether it's voluntary or forced, you would have no way of knowing. But yeah, these are definitely influenced and affected by some form of dark magic. You would assume. They're kind of oozing black, fully black eyes. Yeah, they're definitely not just normal people.
As the fight goes on, I whisper in Acrian, just so you know. You don't have to reply, obviously. Yeah, I'm just saying.
All right. Okay.
Can I kill him or?
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
haven't had a
Ash.
Krispy Kreme donut
okay.
before.
Oh, they're amazing.
So that one will no. That's not enough to drop him. But you sort of
Alright.
swing it around. It does hit hard though.
So I'm hitting him again then.
Okay. He drops to a knee, and not quite down, but he's sort of like swords in the ground now, holding him up, breathing heavy. It's kind of blood and everything's coming out.
I'm gonna reckless attack, but I can't use it this turn. It'll be next turn.
Fine. Is that you for this turn then?
Yes.
Lawrence, we're on to you.
I have complicated matter I would like to discuss with you.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, I would like to cast this. I'm going to cast it.
Okay.
Oh my.
I'll give you seconds to read through it. Just tell me when you're done, and I'll tell you my idea.
Right. Okay.
More spirit guardians!
Right. Okay.
So, me reading this, it makes sense to me. I basically have some spirits running around me, protecting me. But anything that essentially comes in my AoE does damage. So, my idea is, I've cast this, I have spirits around me. Can I just walk in this general direction? And essentially do damage to all of them?
Is that the equivalent of I'm just gonna swing my arms, and if you get in my way?
Haymaker in them all.
It is, yeah, it's the magic version of that, yes.
We've all heard of Sharknado. It's time for Rabbit Tornado.
There is nothing in the
Rabbit
description
NATO.
that says that wouldn't work.
Excellent.
Annoyingly, yeah, go for it.
So
Tornado!
I am going to cast Spirit Guardian, and I'm just going to take a stroll to there. So it should be all four of them. We'll have to do
Excuse me, just coming past.
a.
Will that
Sorry
affect
about
anyone
the
else,
assault.
though?
They'll have to do a wisdom saving throw.
For everyone that it's gonna hit, right?
It does not affect the
Friendlies.
people that I see.
Okay.
Yeah, you can designate any number of creatures.
Yeah,
All right,
That's,
so
I was just curious.
no, I was just double checking that bit as well. What was it? Wisdom saving, was it?
Wisdom saving, yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. All right, well, only one of them passes it. So the guy at the back passes. Roll the damage.
3d8.
Smushed into the ground
Oh.
like seeds.
Yeah, 3d8 radiant damage. I will point
3d8
out.
radiant damage. Actually, you class yourself as good. That's interesting.
I am.
Right. So, the one in front of Verlin is ripped apart as they go through.
Red
The one
mist.
in front of Ash is ripped apart.
God,
The other two are all right for the moment.
And then as my bonus action, I'd like to put Bardic Inspiration on Syndra, Nero, and Calypso.
Yeah,
Why
that's
do
fine.
I have like a mental image of as this bunny boy goes through, goes.
I'm pretty
Essentially,
much
that's what it is.
watching.
Yeah.
Gotta sing while you're doing it.
Yeah, you're a bard.
Well, we'll put us a little bit of music on, but I'll knock it in case because we got shouted at last time.
Yeah,
There we
you'll
are.
get a D10 Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So anyone that's got that, add it to your character sheet. Add it to your character. Sorry, on your tokens. And that's fine, Lawrence. Is that you?
Take my action. Oh, I mean, technically, I have got my multi-attack.
God.
So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jump at this bottom one with my knife.
Yeah, go on then.
Stabby fix, go!
And wouldn't the other thing still hit it?
Because I'm jumping, can I get advantage for an aerial hit?
I think you're pushing your luck now.
He would technically have the high ground.
Yeah,
But
you
how
definitely
tall
not
is
having
this
advantage.
aggressor?
You're not having advantage.
Okay.
I will allow the other shenanigans, but you are not having advantage. Right.
Oh!
Roll your d10. Get this still. It's fine. So you just come down and you just absolutely just slap this thing across the top of the head with the knife, and she stumbles back. That's it. So that you?
It's me, yeah.
All right, Syndra. What do you want to do?
I am gonna move down. No, not wrong thing. Move down to this one, and I am going to slash at him.
Yeah, go for it. All right, yeah. So as you slash it across, it connects. You get him sort of good vertical, sort of cut pretty much straight up his chest, and coming through, and he sort of reels back a little bit, and rights himself, and again you can still see like it's kind of like a dark ooze coming through from him.
And because I dual wield, I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with my offhand.
Okay.
Bless me.
So that one, so as you've done that, kind of coming up with one, you go left to right or right to left with your offhand, and you've essentially just carved like a cross into this guy's chest.
Still standing?
Still standing.
Extra attack.
Extra attack.
I don't get another bonus. I only get one bonus per turn. So I can't do 4, I can do 3.
Technically, you could now be like Zorro. 1, 2, 3 for Syndra.
That'll be enough to drop this guy, so you can do it how you want.
Just a diagonal cut across the middle of the cross, so he's got like a semi-made star in the middle of his chest.
Perfect, yeah, and he just kind of drops back and down from there. So, Nero, we're on to you. There's only one of them left at this point.
Exterminate.
No, that'll be overkill. Do I get the reply from my Aquian?
No. the response you got the first time still stands.
So they're not worried about me hearing voices? That's not good. And the fact that they haven't spit in anyone's face lately, I'm kind of concerned. He's lost his sassiness.
Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him.
Another yet, so roll the attack.
Actually, I'm gonna inflict wounds.
Alright, yeah, so roll the attack with it then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go overkill, seeing as I'm a bit peeved off that my master's not being sassy anymore. He's not his usual self.
I mean, yeah, the guy explodes.
Yeah.
Red mist.
Barnacles away.
Pretty much, yeah. So yes, like I say, he was the last one that was standing there. So you have got a sort of brief moment of quiet.
For my bonus action. Who got hurt, by the way? Is it just me?
I got hit, not really severely though.
I took 1 damage at the start, so I think I'll be alright.
I'm just gonna cast that on myself.
Yeah. So roll your dice for it. That's fine.
Why is it not? 1d4. So I'm gonna do it at level 2. So that's 2d4 plus my spellcasting ability, which is 7. 2d4. Three plus 7, so I get 10 HP back. Hey, cool.
All right, yeah. So there you
Yeah.
go. So that's fine. So yeah, he'll get the health back that you've rolled through from there. As for the rest of it, I say you are briefly sort of moment of quiet. You've got 6 sort of bodies around you.
Are any of them breathing or moving in any way, shape, or form enough to maybe be asked a question or two?
Did most of them got liquefied?
That's what I thought.
I would imagine, to be honest,
Like,
if
we don't know where they came from, who they're serving. We don't know fucking shit. We just rinsed them and minced them, and then this is the
If
kicking the
anyone
guy in the
freaks out,
balls
alright?
incident all over again. This is doing the damage before figuring out why we're doing the damage.
Well, you know
If there
what?
is-
You know what? I was actually contemplating in casting calm emotions again, but as these guys had no emotions, I kind of decided, not to do it.
They might have just wanted
I'll tell you what, we'll do
conversation.
this. Out of all of them, the one that got the least horrifically butchered would be the one that Sindra killed towards the end.
Only
Sindra,
mildly
would you?
invigorated.
How would you do? Do you want to have kept this guy alive, or is he dead?
Go for an incapacitation.
That's fine then. Yes, this guy would still be conscious, or breathing at least.
Sindra, quiz him!
I'm not in the mood for questions. I want somebody else do it.
Who was the voice I heard?
Something over. Yeah! What she said!
Stand next to them and be like, you either answer or you die now.
So he kind of like head rolling back, like lolling around. His eye's completely black, though the eye, like you can kind of see the still sort of rolling around. And he just, when you ask him about voices, he's just confused. He's no idea. Like he doesn't respond as such. He just looks at you confused.
Does he make any noise at all?
Just a couple of like groans of agony at this point.
I'm gonna kick his weapons or whatever just like well clear of his hands and get down in his level and just grab him by the collar. It's like, who sent you here and why?
When you said that you were gonna kick, I thought you were gonna say balls next.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the
so did I,
coming
and I
next.
thought, not
That's
again.
coming next.
What I thought.
I'm establishing the question first before I force the answer out of him. I'm not making that mistake again. I'm not giving him
Force
several
Josh to do the
swift
voice
hits.
Then ask
again.
him the question and then
Stop,
do
keep
it
your
again.
scouts on.
Alright, so as you ask him the question, he kind of just, you know, we protect the altar.
Obviously not. Why?
Not very well.
Altar, I'll go touch the altar.
So he just, so you've asked him what he's, the master demands it.
You're breaking up a little bit.
So one more time.
Oh, the master demands it.
Who's the
Who's your
master?
master?
Who is your master?
So he just kind of fades out, doesn't respond to that.
Calypso, eat him.
Alright, it's time to die.
I think we should,
Nero, cast emotions.
I think
Count
we should use
emotions, cast it.
a more gentle
just-
approach.
Here we
I'm
go
just gonna
again.
go-
Definitely.
I'm going overhead, waiting for one of them to tell me not to do it.
Do you know what? I've actually got a solid idea here. I'm gonna grab him by the ankle, and I'm gonna drag him
to the
onto
altar?
the altar.
Yeah.
Actually, good idea. Let's do that.
Alright.
Mm-mm.
I'll help you. I'll drag him with you.
I'm actually with this.
Find
Alright,
that
that-
arrow that just appeared more suspicious than red dice.
That's fine. So I've moved his corpse to the center of it. He's kind of writhing and squirming a little bit, but he's not going to be able to do anything from it.
I'm not actually stepping in the in this
Oh, I
circle.
am.
I'm on the edge.
Like me and Bird Boy got this.
Smart.
I ain't afraid of interrogation.
I'm not scared of conjuring a demon.
Would I be able to cast an illusion?
Oh no, wait, no, I am.
So, could I please have a dexterity saving throw from everyone apart from Syndra and Tiriana, please?
Oh,
With
bollocks.
advantage
Why
or
did
not
I do
advantage?
that?
There is no advantage.
Okay, so it's flat.
Just make
Oh,
it
no,
flat.
Oh,
yes.
one
Oh.
sec.
Make-
Oh,
Don't
God.
step on the altar.
Oh, okay.
20.
On the steps.
Can I just, yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not actually on the steps. It's just that's
I
where the
know.
fucking thing is.
I know where you are. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
No.
Very concerned.
Now worries.
I appreciate your concern, but hush.
What type of saving throw?
Oh, I feel so good.
Dexterity saving throw, please, Elf.
Dexterity. Okay, sorry.
No, it's no problem, buddy. Don't worry. I know it takes a bit of getting used to.
I think I'm okay.
You're doing a lot better than Calypso.
I just know you shouldn't have said. I think I'm doing okay. You shouldn't have said that.
Two.
So as you get to the altar, and kind of just rest him down on there, all of a sudden a huge kind of wall of briars just erupts, running the full length of kind of the entire thing, all the way across there.
A
excuse me.
mistake's been made.
A wall of what? Sorry, it broke up on my end.
It's like it's a wall of like briars and like bushes and things,
Oh, okay.
spiky things that have bust out of the ground. Each of you on here are pushed back to the nearest unoccupied space. So you'll all just kind of get thrown back a little bit.
I got a
And
nat 20.
you did get a nat 20, so you only take 15 damage.
And I'm still technically raging, right?
Yeah, this would be
So it'd be
piercing
half.
damage. So it's piercing damage for anyone that needs to check it.
Emirates, what have you done?
I'm going to say Emrys is coming back. What's we all take?
I hate to
Calypso,
tell you,
you
Emirates
take
did
4
whisper
damage.
to me.
So is it damage-wise, we're looking at what full damage-wise?
So 30 for the full damage,
and
15
half
for anyone
that.
that passed the save,
Okay,
half
then half
again for
15.
you.
15.
Yeah, so you're not going to take much. Calypso, you're the only one that failed. You take the full 30.
Easted.
So yes, that's just kind of happened and erupted around you. Tiriana and Syndra, you've both.
The clever people.
Yeah, you're kind of just staying there.
Happened to me by accident. I was cleaning my swords off.
Who's Baranor, by the way? Or who was Baranor?
Berenor was my original character that I quickly realised I didn't like playing and swapped out after like 2 sessions.
Ah, okay.
But turned up dead later in the story.
Very, very dead.
Okay. I only know Emrys. That's why when they were talking in the fight, I was like, no, Emrys, no.
But yeah, so that's all just happened there as you were picking yourselves up and kind of turn around. Tiriana, Syndra, you'll have seen like it originated from kind of the entranceway where the bandits came from. You kind of see a dark cloud energy again kind of come through and then materializes. And you see anyone with any kind of land knowledge and historical knowledge, you could roll me a history check to see if you can recognize what this creature would be. I trust you all to know whether
Can I
nature, you
quickly
mean?
flip through my book?
Is it
you
of
wouldn't
this
have time
realm?
at this.
Would it
It
be
is
like?
of this realm.
Would it
Sorry,
be
say
like?
that again.
Hang on, sorry. It would be of this realm and others.
So can I look through my book quickly?
No, you wouldn't have time for that one. Sorry.
What type of skill
I
are we
mean,
looking at? Like
from-
nature? Or what?
Be a history check. But
Okay.
yeah, like if you've spent time in nature or you're familiar with like folklores and history and stuff like that.
Okay, can I do a history check because
I'm
I
not.
would have gone through my book so many times?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do one because I'm
I'm gonna try it.
familiar with animals.
Sorry, chap.
Yeah, you can. It's fine.
I'm not, because I'm dead.
Nope.
Velin has no knowledge of
My
anything.
intelligence is dumb.
Generally, this is true. And I'll swing a sword and shoot a bow. I know a couple of spells. I know how to be an arrogant prick.
Alright, is that everyone that's rolling for it?
I think so.
Everyone that's rolling's rolled.
That's fine. So, well, oddly enough, Nero, you're the only one that might have had something, an idea as to what this might be. So you've read in like
I
your
read my
book.
books, Creatures Great and Small, so many times.
This is it. You're learning as much as you can, and there's certain things that you recognise from this. To something that you call a guardian of the forest or a forest master.
Unicorn.
Which is a mythical ancient creature very much resembling the unicorn.
Unicorn.
This one's not like the ones that you read about in your books though. This one's dark, it's got an aura oozing from it. Its mane and its horn are wreathed in like a white fire.
Is it similar to the head that Lucille was carrying around?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Has it got stitching just below the headline?
It does not. It does not. And yeah, that's kind of just there, and he's eyeing you all up, not looking very happy.
Can I slowly walk up and bow to him? So by here and bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm
Wasn't a
backwards,
hippogriff.
though.
Yeah, but it's a master of the forest. It deserves respect.
Okay. So that's fine. So as you
Continues backing away.
as you move forward and sort of bow to it, it turns its head slowly to you.
Poof.
And he's going to hit you with a moonbolt.
A what?
Oh, okay.
Which it sort of lowers its head and kind of
Oh.
fires it pretty much straight from the horn, and it's a bolt of pure black energy at this point, and it will do.
It's not very moony.
Right? Jeez.
It will do 9 points of necrotic damage. And with that,
Nice, a lovely case of fuck you resistance damage.
it will be time to roll initiative. However, looking at the time, I do start
So
working
next-
20 minutes, so I think we may have to call the session here and pick up from this point next time round. With the we'll start with the combat then. Get everyone in
Do it a
initiative
second
order.
Are you sure this combat will take more than one round of turns?
time.
Yes,
I'll take
Yes,
the higher
I
one.
am.
On it, so 12.
He's gonna buff it now.
Oh god, why do I foresee some legendary actions happening?
That'll be a 12 on my end.
right.
It's just going to take a legendary action here. You all die.
Would I do such a thing?
I should have just thrown a load of pearls at it, to be honest.
There we go.
I'm not showing up on the initiative turn order.
Fine. Let me get you added to it.
You just don't get to fight. Sorry,
Where I go?
I'm ready.
because you've got dumb brain.
You got hit so hard you flinched.
Wrinkliest brain.
There we go. That should be everyone in now. And there you go. I say we'll end it there because I'd have to get to work. I don't want to get into a combat. It is going to last more than one turn.
And we couldn't do one turn in 8 minutes anyway.
No, to be fair, you would probably struggle. But yeah, we can pick it up. I am 9/5/30s next week, so we good to Corpse Rock again next Wednesday.
Some
Woohoo!
sauce.
Yes.
Awesome.
With that,
I'm gonna
on the
keep
stream
my
there.
crossbow bolt ready until next week.
What's that, sorry, buddy?
Watching.
I'm gonna keep my crossbow bolt ready for next week.
Absolutely. Ready those actions. Oh.
Cool. And the stream there then. Thank you anyone that's been watching.
All right.
And we'll control next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Bye.
See you all later.
Bye.